Hey man, sit down and let's continue where we left off. This is gonna be exciting. Sir, what is to become of the trial into the Cordopian Embassy staff member's murder? Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here premature. Oh no, I really want to be a prosecutor in a trial. Well, that's unfortunate. Huh, looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut. I suppose it can't be helped. Is Miles Edgeworth debut is against Mia Fey? I think it is. The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Cordopian Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Merde and Mr. Ralph? What an outrageous circus it has all become. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivety. An outrageous circus? Right, sir. I grow weary of this topic, Edgeworth. I will have you assigned to a different case. Papa, you'll come and watch out my courtroom debut next, won't you? I'll consider. It's your daughter. Sir, if I may please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever for? I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Ralph. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A mortal person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection. Come on, man, it's your student. Papa, who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I were competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It will give us some real life experience, won't you agree? If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. Then, you're allowing us to continue? In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. You have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't you? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Franziska, see to it I'm not disturbed, save for the result of your competition. Yes, sir. Of course, Papa. Franziska, thank you. Oh man. Is this double tapping or what are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scrappy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on. Yes, just as you wish. I could let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth. I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case. Like the police who holding the tap water. I can't stop the water, sir. It seemed that the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much. Bunch of fools who pretended to not see the foolishly foolish action of a foolish fool. Well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand? As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water drinking fool's mouth is the thing that officer should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of water guzzler later. She seems to have quite the courage. It sounds to me like someone wanted to drink. Why is he sleeping while... Sir, nothing to report, sir. Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his action on the job? Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Oh man. Franziska mannerism is close to Manfred. That's cute. Then, this girl can have fun in a waking nightmare after being awakened from his dream. Actually, that's not. I kind of feel sorry for him. Correct. That's... It wasn't me, I tell you. I didn't do anything wrong. Yes, I understand. So let's just calm down, okay, buddy? I doubt I'll get anything useful from the detective while he is this agitated. I guess so. Let's talk to her. Yes, what is it? And let's show him our prosecutor's badge. Do you think you can win this competition by simply showing that to me? No, not at all. In fact, I was planning to thank you. I wouldn't be a prosecutor today without you and your father. I didn't really do much. You became a prosecutor first, that's all. But just you wait and see, Master Sword. Very soon, I'll be a prosecutor too. Good then. We can both send criminals away together as colleagues. But you can be sure that I will always get more conviction than you. It's almost cute that she's going this far to insist that she'll always win. Almost. Should I ask her? I guess. Couldn't hurt. Feels like there's a whole backside to this case we're not seeing. And here we had thought that it was case where the two men had killed each other. We're lacking in information. And as a phone caller, I can hardly call this a perfect investigation. Indeed, it is as you say. I can't believe we agree on something. That's what is so revolting about agree. Anyway, our first move should be to speak with everyone related to this case. Indeed, even if you had not said it, I was planning to do so anyway. What does that flash for? It's you. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Wait, you were the crime scene just now, weren't you? Should he be this bird for not knowing who I am? I'm Franziska von Karma, and I'm about to become the successor of the family name. About to? I guess that means that for now, you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are. Oh! Why are you whipping me? Whip her! Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you. Look at you, eyebrows crunch with lines on your forehead. And that to ask of you? What exactly is so fun? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently, they failed to teach you proper behavior at the crime scene in law school. Feel much better now. So, what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in defendant lobby number 1, the whole time up until we heard a gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Beth. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Beth? Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. I've shown her the prosecutor badge last time, didn't I? So I didn't have to do this again. So, I take it that you are acquaintance with Detective Beth? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KGX incident. Detective Beth is also related to that incident? What do you expect? He's obsessed with the Yatagarsa, I think. What Manfred said. That's right, he was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Sissy. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard the KGX incident from my papa, but how does that case relate to you, monsieur? The victim of that case, Sissy, was my little sister. Ooh. You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see. Is she though? I think she's masking it with her laughter. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. Oh, speaking of Mr. Beth, he and Mr. Faraday, I say they made up just about every single time the Atagars made a move. Mr. Beth, Mr. Faraday. It was practically a given that the two would made up at every one of the crime scenes. I see, he did mention that he is in charge of the Yatagara's investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the attackers in more detail. You claim that at the time of the murder, you are with Detective Beth. But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess? We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. After that, Mr. Beth came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Detective Beth about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talk about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Bloody, when she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insult. Anyway, Mr. Beth and I were in the defender lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. I see. I guess. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mackerel. Now your client first claimed to be the Yatagarsu, is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarsu that had made up with the evidence from KG8, I began to ask Mr. L all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. L was not the Yatagarsu, he just made it up. He made it up? Mr. L's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there's no footage of him sneaking into the Cordopian embassy itself. Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarsu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer, and you were ready to defend him? Yes, that's right. I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. Oof, burns. That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they're no match for us von Carlos. I don't believe it. You're serious? Why don't you save that place for something really worth being serious about? And not sure, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. Do you kill the killer? The only way I had to get close to Mr. L was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry, forgive my rashness. And she didn't laugh it off. Monsieur, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself, but I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend me. Requests from companies? The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, huh? Alright then. Perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's life. You're not very funny, already, are you, little Miss Von Carl? Oof. No, Franziska, be careful about who you with. Just careful around my subai. Oh! There, I just carefully. Just like you wanted. That just now was hilarious, little missy. Huh, of course it was. What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pen give them life? And so in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say, I had never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The Yatagarasu deals in information, namely in digging out dirt about background dealing and the like of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds just like another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it that way too. But anyway, I get a lot more clients now, thanks to the tip. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I've gotten out like an out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe. Let's go. They both have their own neck thing, scuffle, I think that's what it's called. Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal. You're here. Ooh, ouch. As am I. I don't think you need to whip him to let him know that. I didn't do it, pal. I swear on my honor, as a detective, I really did it. Your words are useless. I place matters only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, pal. Huh, but you're not worried, right? After all, nothing to worry about if you are really innocent. That is. That's right. Hey pal, go, do your perfect investigation, and get the real killer for me, will you? I would have done so even had you not requested me to, detective. So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bat the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in at my usual post instead of the criminal affairs department. By the time I got down to criminal affairs, I was really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech. I remember doing the exact same thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I always wind up going to my old classroom. How pathetic for a detective to be comparable to a mere school child. You claim to be standing guard in front of the door lab number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and from whom? Earlier at around 3 to 20, and from Detective Bat, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday. And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looked like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to a guard duty. Ow! Your words sting worse than your whip, pal. So it was Detective Bat who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Bat? Oh man, there are so many suspects. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Nope, nothing, pal. In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage. Ah! Wait, you can't do that. There's nothing of any particular failure here. Well, my handcuffs and patch were confiscated by Detective Pat, so you know. And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pockets? Ah, hands off, pal. Just show it to us already. Oof. Yow. Annual bonus check within $5 total. Except there's no check inside. You had your look, now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective. I just got it and cashed it today. I had little no cash on me up until I did, you know. So that envelope is really special to me. Give it back. You don't need rubbish like this, don't worry. We'll throw it away for you later. How could you? I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for a question now. I think I've asked him just about everything I need to. No, wait. Since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I asked that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief, sir. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not this testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. Okay. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct? No mistake about it, pal. Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct? Yep, not even a single ant passed through that hall while I was on duty. You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself. Huh? Oh, but it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else. Well, I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys. That's beyond what I can even imagine. So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why would he do so, given the situation he is in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant lobbies is in order. Alright. What did she do? Ah, you! Ooh! Ugh. Yeah. How could you have not noticed that coming? Wasn't that child a chance money for earlier? Thanks, that's exactly what I needed. Kids can sometimes be so cruel. It looks like she did something. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead. I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we met. I believe I asked all that I need from this man. No, for Detective Beth and the judge. I have to confirm who's correct, the judge or that Scarface, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next then. I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Franziska? Yo, let's go. So, did you see anything else? No, I don't think so. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. That will be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor. I see, Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Von Karma says, I bit my tongue. Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just as short is fine. Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title. Oh, very well then. I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony. Yes, what about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. Alright, after all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out the detective's exact movements. Let's go. First, about this cookie or something. I want to rest until I expect Nook and Granny. What this piece of cloth doing? What is this? It's a pink colored piece of trash made of rubber. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Well, all I see is a piece of garbage, but you know, the fact that there is litter running loose inside this car, it's simply unforgivable. Don't whip me. Shit. It's not like it was I who litter. Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin. Please no. Oh, damn you. I can look outside, however, I doubt the killer could have escaped through here. Of course not, this is the third floor after all. It appears that bars were installed on this too, to prevent people from falling off. Bars? What bars? Can you not see them from your vantage point? Guess she's short. What? I must remember not to bring up that taboo subject again. I don't really understand the joke. Is it because she's short or what? Like, oh, there's a handprint. The dirt on this bench. It smells like some sort of sweet substance. I can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. What shame. Calm down, Franziska. Now take a good look. Doesn't this much look kind of like a handprint to you? I suppose it could be. Which means that perhaps we can leave the prints of the person who slid this bench. I see, and then we'll know the identity of our mysterious love. You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes sir. I've got the result of the fingerprints. And do you know who they belong to? Sir, the fingerprints belong to the detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. What are these black speckles? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away. Oh, that detective. He claims that not a single ant slid by. And yet, here's a whole hill of them. Oh my god. What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective. Perhaps I should add this deduction to detective's growing tab of papers. Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating. For the look and sweet smell of it, piece of cake and the chocolate from a Swiss roll. Miles Edgeworth, the courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times. Please, it wasn't me that threw food on the ground. The courthouse must be kept clean. I think that's enough. Swiss rolls, $6. Can we logic it now? Swiss roll crumb and piece of trash. Made of rubber. Wah, ya Allah. Courthouse special Swiss roll. Is this being sold somewhere on the premise? I don't recall seeing a restaurant of any sort in this courthouse. I somehow doubt you find junk food like this on a restaurant menu, Franziska. Well then, what do they sell these things, huh? A convenience store, I suppose? Well, I'm sure there's no convenience store in this courthouse, Miles Edgeworth. Where in the world did this come from? Swiss roll. We can't open it now, yes. So let's talk to the jet. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a quick question, if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? Do you suspect me of something? No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Very well. You may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Oh, I had no idea you were chasing after me. Oh, my testimony. I begin to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. You will be on a trial with this judge a lot, Edgeworth. Let's see here, now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visit to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. This is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. Ooh, that's weird. When I was going into the restroom, the detective comes you, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machine buying something from it. However, in this I couldn't believe when I was about to exit the restaurant, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. That was my finely honed judge intuition set. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Oh, apparently, this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. The restroom window, huh? I wonder if you really can see the men's bedroom window from that one there. You can. I'm looking at it right now. I demand that you show me this view at once. Please show me Edgeworth. How do I supposed to say the word again? Leave Franziska to see the window. I suspect that her hate is what's limiting her ability to see. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor. Mr. Richard, may I return to my other duties now? Yes, I'm sorry to have helped you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor. Oh, anytime, Mr. Richard, anytime. The judge in this country seems rather friendly. Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I heard that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. Please, let me leave you. And you'll see the window there. Come on. Come on, little sis. Alright. Do we ask Brett or we talk to the forensics? I think I want to talk to the forensics. It doesn't look like there are anything contradictory left in this area. I suppose not. First, I shall check somewhere else. Is there? Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer? Nope, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir. I guess we know all of the players in this case then, huh? It will appear that way, but I have the nagging feelings that we're missing something. And I suspect that we're missing is hiding right here, this crime scene, somewhere. Alright, let's see. He's making the most ridiculous looking face. That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who will tell a lie on purpose. I suppose, but upon camera, evidence is the only thing that cares anyway. Alright. Then, we're going to talk to her. Okay, it passed me by. Detective Beth, I have something I wish to inquire about. There, his team. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into Detective Commissioner's movement during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself, plus I still hold investigative authority. Gee. What about showing him his testimony? Detective Red, I'd like to ask you about this piece of evidence. What a narcissist. He rather looked at his face than the evidence. Don't trust your eyes all the time, little girl. I can see the evidence. And keep an eye on the two of you with this mirror. What? Then why don't you answer? Because I've got nothing to say. That's all. Understood. Why couldn't he just said that at the beginning? Okay, I guess there's nothing. Wait, what about his bonus? Oh no, he got nothing to say again. I guess there's nothing I can present except my badge. So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday, that guy was just accused, you know. I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me. A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it. Oh my god. She's scared. Franziska, I think you need to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective, but please continue. Damn, he said. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over, and the detective's the one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective said. You're alright, Masya? Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he dragged Rel up to lobby number 2 to have a word or something, and that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. Oh my god. She's giving a heavy suspicious. She's really suspicious right now, is what I say. I think she's the suspect. Unfortunately, she's kind of my favorite right now. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lock to stand guard outside. And around what time did all of that take place? Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lock his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once. Oh, and how can you make such a claim? One of the girls out in this floor's main lobby said to me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected. You and I. We were lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I am still missing some key piece of information. I guess they were killed before and Miss you manipulate the gunshot sound. Detective Beth, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. With you? How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the screen? Scene, less than a minute. What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lock, was just walking around in the hall, and raced into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies, in that order. That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right? Yeah, I guess it does, little miss. I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon. You'll treat me with dignity I deserve, or else. You have that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss. Oh god. She get what she deserves right now. You wouldn't dare. Haha. Just joking. Detective Beth is really something if you can make Franziska behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else I should ask him about? The time is already been explained. Facing her gunshot has been explained. Guess the situation haven't been explained. I'd like to know a little more about the circumstance under which you heard the gunshot. Like I said, I was in lobby number 1 with you. I have nothing else to add. Well, his testimony certainly corroborates with what Miss you said. Miles, you already asked him about that. About time. I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of the recess. The trial was about to start again, I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, Bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. So he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart. Okay. Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste. Who is it? Oh. Come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door, doing nothing. I get the sense that he is somewhat investigating this crime scene, or rather that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Beth, may I ask you that you cooperate with us just a bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place. Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. You may no longer be willing to help us, however, may I ask you for the forensic scientist's cooperation? Do as you like. I guess. So we can. Did you find something, officer? I think there's $5 bill back here. Come on, just a little more. Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't total waste of living tissue? Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person who can deem useful here. Yes, that's useless now. Right, let's see this. It will appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. Just lovely. What will they think of next? Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. One packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1 half pint. Defendant's fresh milk? What the hell? 1 half pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with this. For $6. They're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful. Period. Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that's Israel the little girl store from this machine. I was wondering about that myself. Oh, there's money or something there? Oh no, I guess that's an example or something. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end. The end of what? Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat this during a recess? You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh? What about drinking? I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after all. We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me. If you want, we can pool our money and buy a pack together. If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it. Oh, this one have a kinda red package on it. Don't be a jerk in court like this beef jerk. I see. Objection! Master Jerk, won't you agree that it's a very clever pun? Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name? Even a foolish fool could understand the foolish thinking of the fool who made it up. You're acting so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad, and I'm now utterly famous. If you wanted a pack of this, all you had to do was ask like a normal person. Wait a minute. What do I need to check again? I guess it's just all the food. Is there anything worth it here? Don't let prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you. It sounds like it's directed at the ham of a judge. Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. I guess when you're in hot water, you might need a hot tub. It looks like this slogan was decided through a public contest, and the winner was Prosecutor Winston Pay. What a pathetic slogan. No presence at all. No, if it was up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in Von Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty dogs. Huh.
Objection!
Overruled. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OG. Are they promoting violence? Don't worry. My whip will make sure that anybody following this advice won't be for long. Compared to the sting of whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. Milk, defendants first milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean? I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by Ferris defendants on trial right now. No, I think it means that this was milk right here from the Ferris defendants. Mel said, "George, you can't possibly be serious." Of course not. So, what do we have to investigate here? The money? No. Let's use logic. Vending machine. This is all crap. These bits of chocolates and cake. Could that not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would the courthouse sell a thing like that? It may not seem like the right avenue, however, it is being sold right over there. The vending machine? Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until they end with this. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive. Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside. The fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway, suggesting that they came from Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty good picture of what happened here. Naturally, after all, I'm here, aren't I? Detective Gumshoe must have sat on his bench as he ate the Swiss roll. And as he ate it, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. How could I not clean up after himself? How utterly despicable. Don't you dare whip me again. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. A contradiction? Where? I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. Did Gumshoe tell Kay Faraday to change the quarter or cents he got for $1 to Edgeworth? I think so too. What is? I think another. Okay, let's look at the vending machine again. Guess this one. They do something. About what exactly? Oh, the bonus. I see. No, wait. I think it has to be precise at the price. About Detective Gumshoe's finance, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage. Just how poor is that guy? If his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss roll. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. Meaning Scruffy must have borrowed a pack somehow. Indeed. The detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how? What about that pink rubber over there? I guess there's something suspicious here again. The ants are hard at work carrying their food around. It's marvelous that they can take such comparative large objects to their size. Well, if you want to carry the microphone Karma name and not be squashed under it, you better work extra hard, just like these ants. The same goes for you, Franziska. Objection. Ah, what's the matter? I pricked myself on one of these cactus needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp. Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on the windowsill is completely related. Oh, well then, I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it's related. Yeah, I guess this and this. We've already checked this, the end. Let's get some logic going on. This pink rubber substance. I saw this in a different form earlier. I believe this is a piece of a pop balloon. Oh yeah, I suppose that's possible. The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. Let's go. I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here. Well, I do too. Alright, Franziska, would you care to share what conclusion you've come to? Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of competition, you know. You should begin to see if your conclusion are wrong first, so you go ahead. It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. You too. Very well, but first we need to pay his honor a visit to correct his testimony. Oh, that maybe it's not Gumshoe, but it's Faraday. That's why he disappeared, because the balloon popped. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. Even you, a judge, are nothing but a common witness before a phone call. Silence in the courtroom. Silence, I say. Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfredka and Mr. Junius Prosecutor Manfredka, you bit your tongue again, didn't you? As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then. Your testimony, if you please. We go against the judge. During the recess, I went to the restroom. There is a window on the hallway side, and otherwise I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machine. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Let's see. Do we have a profile on her? Yes, we have. Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh. I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. No human can completely disappear.
Hold it!
He disappeared, but Your Honor, did you just say I saw detective buying something from the vending machine? Why, yes I did. The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took another look and there was no one inside. They let me only solution to this mystery. The detective must have gone to the crime scene, lobby number 2 at that point. He looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he? What can I show him except the balloons? Alright, I'm gonna press this too.
Hold it!
Just to be safe. Your Honor, I ask that you please remain calm. No. I am perfectly calm. You're being anything but perfectly calm. It appears that his honor could not have been mistaken in what he saw. I suppose we're given his line of sight. However, Franziska, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different? If you're referring to my height... Ouch. Can't you hold up for still just a second? No, about his honor's testimony. I believe his line of sight to be an important fact. If it's that important, why don't you hurry up and tell him already? I will, but there's one more thing I need to do if I am to correct his testimony. I'm going to need to retrace Detective Plum's movement.
Objection!
No. Your Honor, that's a very large flaw in the statement, is not? I don't understand what you're talking about. Where is it, Mr. Richard? Never mind, Your Honor. Making such accusatory statements. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm truly sorry, Your Honor. I have to find a point before the truth escapes me completely.
Hold it!
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I guess this one. If not this one, it must be this one. So let's try it. No. Alright, let's do this. I guess I was too hurry up.
Objection!
What the? This contradicts with this. Really, Your Honor, by my account, there is absolutely no contradiction here at all. Yeah, really? Well then, I guess. Okay, I'm calm right now. I guess I need to ask him about this. Are you sure that the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yes, I am absolutely sure. It's hard to miss someone of his stature, even from far away as the restaurant. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat. Well, I was simply wondering if you are mistaken in what you saw. What preposterous! My eyes are sharp as can be, ready to see through the lies of the truth. Although recent things do seem to be a bit of fuzzier than they used to be. Truly, his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. But allow me to say with all honor and dignity of a judge, I'm not mistaken in what I saw. Come on. What can I present right now? Oh my god. Let's take that. Completely disappear. Right, I need to save this one. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh no, no, no. Let me no. Alright, let me okay, let's see.
Hold
Okay,
it!
it's the right button. Okay, need to this.
Objection!
What? Alright, I guess this one. And
Objection!
let's go. Oh, what was that finger wag from Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony? Ha! If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by. Man, such it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life. This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this. What is that field? Oh, there's someone near to the hallway bench like that. Who is the culprit? The party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. If you must know, the uncaught penciler has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh, well, that's good, but who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing this murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too. Guilty. Your Honor, please calm down. When it's true that Detective Gumshoe is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that Detective Gumshoe bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and piece of chocolates on the floor under the bench. Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusion to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? Huh, it is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up to the wall, around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Franziska herself was unable to see out of that window. Ouch. Oh yeah, I know I should not use her head as evidence. But basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then, it seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window, yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Oh, Franziska? Ah, sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it. Is there something of value that you like to say? Yes, actually there is. I remember something else just now. It's about the balloon. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time. Even when we overruled him, he just keep on talking, wouldn't he? That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in the perfect investigation, right? I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to test it earlier about probably the most important deal. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. Okay. How was that? That is the testament of one who judged the crimes of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time? I agree, before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words. I'm sorry. But honestly, I thought that sound was just a nice popper until just now. Now that he mentioned it right before we restart the trial, we did talk about that. Oh, by the way, is there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. We should finish the grandson story. The most critical point in this argument when did the judge look in the hallway and wonder that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. Okay, I guess we press the last one. Let's press.
Hold it!
Your Honor, about what you just said. I know, I couldn't believe it myself, but when I bang, the gunshot went, and then I heard an eject, like this, yes, it's just like this, with a quick, Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sir, sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself, yes. I heard the gunshot, there was no one in the hall, I know, I should know, I looked. There was no one there. These judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. At this point, nothing stands out to me as a contradiction in his testimony. Franziska, if I am correct, his testimony is certainly precision quality. I know that, and that's why I said at this point, I think my first line attack will be to the raw moral information from his honor. So that wasn't... Okay, this one maybe. If it's something that's forgettable, I don't need to hear it. But all I did was forget to mention. That sort of excuse may work on other people, but not on a phone call. Oh. But it's such an important piece of testimony. Please give me a chance to present. I suppose I have no choice in the matter. As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called for recess, I handled the chance of a prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened. Yes, that sounds about right. Yes, as I expected. What are we expecting? And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. Okay, we're gonna use Mr. Bat testimony, Detective Bat. Let's present it.
Objection!
Oh, I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's the wrong one. Let's do it again. Testimony here.
Objection!
I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Agates, I've been overruled. Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim that you have heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred Park. Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you... Oh, so fast. I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Franziska. Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back. With your height, you need to step ladder for 4 to accomplish that. Mr. Richard. My ears are not that far gone yet. I'll have you know, I can still hear just fine. and I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of a testimony. It's from Detective Beth, and according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I hear it clear as day. Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot. The sound of the gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it right here. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you hear.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of balloon. I see, and I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record. Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. No, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at the time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you can figure out the rest out on your own. Your Honor, you are fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this? That was a good effort you put forth, Mr. Malsachers, but if it is me, I have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified. Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound, but who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true, one doesn't usually take balloons in a conjunction with courthouse. I want to track these coins with you. That's it. The balloon that Kill was holding. It explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? Oh, Detective Combs, you a very big apology. I will see to myself that he is released. Wait, there are still a few things I've yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Combs. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issue pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Farewell, Belly. Please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal. I didn't do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe. No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that. No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment of my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime. I guess so. What are you guys talking about? In any case, I would like you to testify as to your action while you are on guard duty. And please remember, you are not on trial. This is all just a part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony, Yow! My whip will object, loud and clear. If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understand? I get you, pal. Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bat's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in that hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal. He's still singing the same tired tune. In that case, I'll just have to change that melody. I nice lie, and it's time I pulled the information I needed out of. Okay, let's go.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway? Well, of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2. What else? Well then, and what exactly does guarding that door entail? Well, to put it simply, why not? It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh, Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? You get it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to. Let's go. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we are all in shock and in awe of your other stupidity. Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell us more believable one. Youch! But I'm not lying. I should hurry up and bring this expert testimony to a close. Your fingerprints.
Objection!
I have an objection. What is it, pal? Detective Gumshoe. I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere. Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the solid hallway bench. Hi, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around and dirtying up the courthouse like this. You inconsiderate slovenly pig. Eek! I promised to clean up later, I swear. Now then, shall we get down to our business? How about the fact that you didn't move even a single step from in front of the door? If that really were the case, then how you were able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? Ah! Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get bench dirty with your grubby hands? Youch! It appears that Franziska whip can do more damage than my words alone can. Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I thought about a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job. So I didn't want to say anything. Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay, I'm sorry for lying, but that's all I'm sorry for. You got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back. That last statement. It may sound like it makes sense, however, there's something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Huh? Of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal. Oh. If only that were true, Detective Gumshoe. But it's true, pal. I swear there's nothing else. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the piece of a pack Swiss rolls, correct? Remind me again, pal? That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss roll for $6 a pack. And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus checks. Isn't that right? Oh, let me ask you then. How did you manage to purchase pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with proper explanation to that? I told you about it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me. So there's no one who could have helped you to buy it. Wait, don't tell me. You've got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Correct. As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do? Of course I do. What? How? What proof do you have that there must have been someone else in the hallway? The balloon again. Wait a minute. Miles, how long do you plan to being strung along by the moronic detective? I have no intention of falling for his lie because there was definitely a second person there. Oh. Please be right. No. What is the proof of second person here? The Swiss roll? I guess the Swiss roll is the proof.
Take that!
Hey, you showed it to me or not 2 seconds ago, pal. I think you're under a mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls. Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it. You thief. Well, I would never do such a thing. All you liars are the same. You start out as a thief. You're under arrest, pal. I believe you meant to assert that all thieves started as liars. In that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh, there were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them, but you didn't give the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? No way, pal. You've got it all wrong. I ate both of them. No, my nuts. Oh. It will appear that we've caught you at last. Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl. It will appear that they do know each other after all. So why don't you continue to come up to me and kick me? If I wrong you somehow? I have a name and it's K. K what? K Faraday. Faraday? Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter? I'm not a you, I'm K. K, you know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do. Well then you shouldn't have put Gyomi under arrest, Mr. Gyomi? My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. What a cute nickname you've given her. Gummy didn't do anything wrong. Okay. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail. Ah. Okay. First, it appears that we've caught you red-handed eating a Swiss roll. Look, I'm sorry about lying to you, pal. And, do you have nothing else to say? Sure do. It was so fluffy, and sweet, and big. It was a perfection, pal. And totally worth every penny of my bonus. I see. Well, good for it. I can believe it, but it's almost funny when I pull this unbelievably foolish. Okay, let's talk to a judge. Oh dear. What is the matter, Your Honor? I claim to hand down fair verdicts, but I unfairly cast suspicion on the big fellow. If this had been a trial just now, I would have destroyed his soul. I'm the guilty one. You all make mistakes, Your Honor. To err is human, to forgive, defy, as they say. Although, if you were to make a mistake during a trial, then it will be quite unforgivable. Wait a minute. Oh no, my mic. Okay. I can inspect this thing. Oh, yes. This must be the judge's desk. You can tell by Gabriel sitting on top. I had a dream once that I was being squashed from above by this gavel. What? You're such a weakling, Miles Edgeworth. Wait. Is that the same dream that Phoenix have? You have no idea how threatening it was. And it was a combo from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, if I'm not mistaken. Or Super Arts 2, something like that. It's the witness stand. I'll make sure that each and every person that ever stand here will be found guilty. There are others beside the defendant that stand at this podium, you know. I don't care, just make sure you never ends up standing at one of these. Well, that aged badly, or you'll be sorry. I'll keep that in mind. No then, Kay. She's like a stray. I wonder if I should feed her something. I guess you can have this.
Take that!
Hey, I promise to give this to you if you calm down. Oh, a Swiss rock. It really belongs to you though, doesn't it? Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy. Oh no. Oh my. Your father is... Ah, didn't you say another word, pal? She doesn't know yet. Thanks for watching out for me, Gami. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking about how Daddy is not here anymore. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Okay. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna... Oh, poor girl. Cry. It's alright. Let it all out. Your father just passed away, after all. I myself was also involved in the case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into a fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the one festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child, I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us. Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry? Ah, you're right, sorry about that. Okay, here, how about we use this handkerchief here to and dry your little eyes. Yo, my cravat. Okay, I'm gonna learn to spell that. Don't blow your nose on that. I feel better now, thanks. No. Okay, are you going to be alright? Yep, I'm already alright. Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it. I promise Daddy I never cry in front of strangers. And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promise, right? That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises. Wait, if his dad died and she's the second Yatagarasu, then who left the card on my desk in the first case? That's a mystery again. You're a very brave girl, okay? You're a very good child for keeping the promise you made to your papa. I'll even testify that you didn't cry, just for you. Thank you very much, lady. It's nothing. I'm only telling the truth, after all. It will appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Franziska is sympathetic to his feelings. That's good. First, hi. Oh, Daddy showed this to me before. Well, he was a prosecutor too, so it's only natural that he had one as well. Daddy would pin this badge on me a lot, just for fun. Pinning a prosecutor badge on a child for fun. Daddy said that if he put it on his clothes, a scary prosecutor would get mad. He also said that the very scary prosecutor said it was more fashionable to not wear it. I wonder who that scary prosecutor could be. I wonder, could Kay be talking about Mr. Von Karma? Yeah, Von Karma is scary, alright. He has that demonic voice. Okay, what kind of person was your father? Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world. So, to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we're in a sense, as we're the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals. Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls. Oh, I wanna be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard. I see. And what have you been working hard on? I've been working hard to keep all the promise Daddy and I made together. A promise notebook. May I take a look inside, Kay? Sure, okay. It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind that a man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. I wanna read it right now. Promise 1. Never take things from a stranger. Promise 2. Never go anywhere with a stranger. Oh, sorry. Promise 3. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Promise 4. Never cry in front of stranger. Promise 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules. Okay? Be a good girl and promise that you'll keep promise to me. Okay? Love, your Daddy. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father. I'm gonna try. Hey Kay, so I'm a detective that catches the bad people, okay? That makes me a hero too. Yeah, you're really cool too, Yummy. Yeah, aren't I, Kay? What is with the two of them? I hand down verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too. Yes, and thanks to your also heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a violent criminal and sent him off to jail. I'm really sorry about that. Gam's not a bad man, okay? That poor judge is being treated like a violent criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears you and Detective Gam are good friends, okay? Yeah, you're friends. In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? Wait a minute. Can I show her the balloon? Okay, about this, huh? Are you giving it to me? That I'll take things from stranger, I'm sorry. Okay, I guess she doesn't know about the balloon. What about the promise? It's the promise notebook Daddy and I made. I have to be a good girl and keep all of the promise we wrote in there. May I click inside just for a second? Sure, okay. It appears that there are more than just the 5 I thought there were. Promise 6. If you ever have a boyfriend, you must bring him to meet Daddy right away. Promise 7. Even when you have a boyfriend, never forget that I love you the most. I certainly don't envy the forceps she falls in love with. Oh, I get a achievement. So I take it that you ran into Detective Gamshoe earlier. Yep, I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway, staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi. And when was this? Before everything got crazy. How long were the two of you together? We only talked for a little while, and then we went our own ways. That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it. Oh, which means I have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess. Isn't that right? You got me. I told you to stop picking Gummy, mister. Oh, very well then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss roll, Kay? Well, I didn't really have a lot of money, and I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really wanted one. Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct? Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister. Sure. But let me see, even with the $1, You still didn't have enough, correct? Well, that's why. Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal. Need I remind you that you're the one already under arrest? Yo! I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question. I'm sorry about your roughly thing. Yes, well, nowadays it's positively crunching your nasal mucus to tell it. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So, here you can have this one. But Daddy said, never texting from stranger. It's one of the promise you made in the promise notebook, correct? Yeah. Look, see, it's right here on this page. Alright then, I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, then give it back to me next time you want. Okay, Did never said I couldn't borrow things from stranger. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you are with little K in that hallway. There, I told you to stop being mean to girls. Marcel, there is still something you have yet to resolve. I beg your pardon? They still haven't offered an explanation for why that man lied to us. That's, well... Gummy, don't tell me you lie for my sake. Hey, don't worry about it, okay? Everything's gonna be okay. So that's why. So what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can explain that, then you can call this a perfect investigation. His reason for lying is very simple. What? Here's what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective exchange and interaction with Kay, it's obvious that the detective was lying for the young girl's sake, and this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Okay. Oh my god. Never go anywhere with stranger. Proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on account of K. Lying on account of K. Guess this one.
Take that!
This is that piece of... What are you showing that me for? Are you gonna keep that to me, mister? I don't feel that court needs to enter that into the court record at this time. Teasing me all of a sudden, although it's possible that perhaps I made a mistake and that's why. Now then, back for topic at hand. I'm sure that for case sake, and I know. I hope the evidence will show the reason why. What is the reason? Is the promise?
Take that!
Mr. Faraday and Kay's promise notebook? How does this express anything? If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. What a foolish reason for a fool. Ow! Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you? Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why. Gummy. At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. I've been standing a guard for a while. Was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me. But all the cash you had on you was $5, and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls. Yeah, but then, like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up. I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll, but I only had $1 in coins. So he pulled my $5 and her $1 together and bought a pack of Swiss roll together. But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said, Mr. Faraday won't scare guy when he gets home. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell her, right? Besides, you bought it with me, so you didn't really get it from me, you know? He told me it'd be okay, and he gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy. You knew that Scruffy could be so considerate. Indeed, Detective, I take it that you had then sat down on the bench and ate rolls together. Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate, I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway, okay, I believe this also belongs to you. Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, okay? I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up on windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once I forgive. But that balloon, I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Grammy dropped his half of the Swiss roll. Haha, wow, you really got me there, pal. So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister. So you kicked me, is that it? You sure are a feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister. It's alright, I'm perfectly unharmed. But about the Swiss roll, will it be alright with you? If I held onto it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go? Okay. Yeah, sure. Just make sure to give it to Gummy afterwards, okay? Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murder.
Objection!
You are the culprit. Actually, it proves just the opposite. Edgeworth, you've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime. What do you mean? It's quite rude if eavesdrop, Miss Yu. I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people. What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gum is not the bad guy. Oh, and what have you here? What is the child doing here in the courthouse? Kelly, please take this child away. Oh, Miss Callista, you. That girl is Mr. Paradise. I know, so what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her, to speak nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right, however. As long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, detective, you are in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct? Yeah, but... You see, is it not obvious that it could only be the detective? He is the only person who could have gone into the lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. I have no counter-argument yet. Don't worry, I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest. But the investigation is far from over. Oh, that's right, I was going to speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard? I suppose it is. Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on the criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence. Oh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like that, like this. This is unforgivable, as a disciple of one God. Haha, don't digress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the result of your investigation. Please let me fight her in court, so we're back to square one. Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Beth and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime, lobby number 1. Wow. I think we're gonna prove that Lucio is the murderer, the suspect, but I kind of have my suspicion on Beth too, but it's just little. It's not much. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I'm gonna wrap this up here. See you tomorrow, guys.